Welcome back to the Conversion Stack. We have an awesome guest today, Vlad Negron, our Director of Marketing. And we're going to talk something really fun and really unique, is the value of project management and soft skills in marketing. We're going to talk about AI, we're going to talk about stakeholder management, we're going to talk about timelines, scopes, all these awesome things that we tend to believe actually help speed up creativity and speed and agility. So let's dive in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Let's go. All right, Vlad, another segment. This is one of my favorite ones. Bad advice.
Bad advice.
The marketing world, as we know, is full of bad advice. And we just feel like we should add to that a little bit. So I'm going to take this one since you're the project management expert. So that means I should be giving the bad advice, the project management noob. So here it goes. I heard everything you said about project management, but I don't agree, because project management is too rigid. And it'll stifle creativity and free-flowing workflows, and it just might get in the way of us just being creative and doing what we think would be the coolest and most creative thing to do at the moment.
My project management heart just broke apart a little bit.
So why is that? Do you agree, or is that some bad advice?
No, well, it's bad advice. There are ways in which project management can push in that direction if not careful.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also witnessed how structure and form can create the place to have creativity. We spoke about it in an earlier segment, but when you don't have to worry about, is something going to get delivered on time? Are we up to speed right now? Are we behind? You have the free reign then to be more creative. I would speak to that first, and then you spoke more about rigidity. The beauty of project management is that you have certain constraints to work within, but if you're doing it where the constraints do not allow for changes or do not allow for agility, then you're probably too rigid. Yeah. So there has to be some balance. If you're too far on one end of the spectrum, things are probably going to go wrong. And if you're too wrong on the other end, then everybody's probably going to be mad at you. You're not flexible enough. Right?
Yeah. Here's how I think about it. I think project management is happening one way or another. So if you don't have any project management at all, because you think that's going to drive creativity, you're in your brain trying to figure the pieces that need to happen, or whack-a-mole, or organizing people in a really disorganized way to try to get some output. And that itself is really going to stifle creativity. And then if you have good project management and good project management skills and processes to actually be creative and pump out those ideas effectively, you're going to be faster, you're going to be more creative, and you're going to be more effective. I think in one way or another, project management is happening, whether it's just you figuring it out day to day in your brain. But those are things that have to get organized, that take bandwidth, and it's going to provide a bad output versus professional project management, which is going to drive speed, creativity, and effectiveness. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense to me.
Whew, look at that. Turns out it was bad advice.